The old beast is up on blocks. Yes, sir. She's done for a minute. We got to get this thing repaired. You ought to see this thing that just snapped right off. Look at this. Unbelievable. It is pretty bad. It was a field weld that we did in Glamis, and it held for 10 years. I cannot believe it. I know, I should have fixed it long ago, but hey, it was holding. Look at those welds. Those are ugly. But now we got to get this thing repaired and back out on the trails, because that's what I like to do. Adventures. Let me crawl under there and show you exactly what it looks like. We're climbing under the old beast here. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my word. That is some ugly welds. I mean, you can't even tell where it was factory welded. These things are barely even welded on. Let's look at the stock one here. There it is. What is it? Got one little tack weld right in the center. That's cheesy. And then a couple little welds on the sides there. That's pretty cheesy. Nothing on the inside. I mean, these things are barely put on stock. So, but this thing ripped off completely quite a while ago. 10 years. I do believe it was about 10 years ago this thing ripped off. I hit a massive witch's eye. It was huge. I came up over a dune like this, just barely had enough horsepower, because these Jeeps, this motor right here, that's not horsepower. There's no horsepower in these things at all, especially with these massive tires. I came up this dune, carving it like this, and I had to cross over. When I got to the top, I was just a little too far to the left, and my buddies crossed in their rails, and I went right over, and me and Christine went straight into the giantest witch's eye. It literally swallowed this Jeep. I got pictures of it somewhere. It was insane, and it ripped this thing completely off. So when I would try to drive, this whole axle would go this way and hit the front of the Jeep up here. So what I ended up doing was tie strapping this forward and back so it wouldn't move either way. But the only way to get out of the dunes was literally to back up. So I backed out of the dunes somewhere out pretty far. I wouldn't say it was as far as China Wall, but it was pretty darn far. But anyways, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. All right, look, we got some new parts. This is about the only new part. Look at these. These are horrible. Look at those bushings. So I got the replacement for this, which I'll show you guys. This is the plan here. We got a new series going called Get the Old Beast Back on the Road series is what it is. But I just got those. These are Synergy. I love the Synergy parts because they give you instructions and it helps. They really help you put it in. They have everything on their website. They do not sponsor me. I have to pay full price for every single part, so I'm only buying the necessary parts. But we did some stuff to this some years back. Had a buddy of mine do it, and I just don't think it's right. I think this is just too short so that when it goes down, this actual axle actually moves over because this radius is too small. This needs to be out here a little further. This isn't the right piece for this. So I am literally gonna have to drop this axle. I gotta take this off. I gotta grind all this smooth. I got some new ones of these that I can weld right on. They make the exact part. You just put it on there, tack weld it, and then lay some beads on there. Hopefully they'll look a lot better than this. But I gotta cut this whole thing off. That is gonna be a chore. And then I'm gonna, of course, cut this one off. I'm gonna put a new one of these on. So we'll have 2 new of these. I'm gonna buy 2 of the lower adjustable control arms from Synergy. So I gotta get those. Those are expensive. I think they're 590 bucks. I gotta get a new track bar here, which that's not cheap either. I think that's $390. So I'm definitely not made of money. I know I have a YouTube channel, but we're broke. We're more broke than most people because we're out doing stuff, spending our money, trying to do fun stuff and go film it. So it's time that, I guess, we don't go out and do any adventures. We're done for a minute here. I know this thing looks ugly. We're gonna drop this whole axle, sandblast it, go through the brakes. I'll probably put new brake rotors on here, new brakes, clean everything up. I want this thing to look really nice when it goes back in. It's been a long time since I've had this thing out. A lot of years. I got these. These are the Synergy ball joints. So these are solid. These are really good. You just got to grease them up. But we'll clean all that up. We'll pull the axles. I got an axle shaft that goes in here. It's a sleeve, a giant sleeve. I'll show you that in a minute. And it goes inside of there to keep this axle from smiling, because they tend to want to smile, and when you put big tires on them, that's why you put these in there, because your C's will bend. So I did these years ago, so it hasn't smiled too much. I got the sleeve in that axle. I just never rosetted it because I had to pull the whole thing out to do it. So we get a lot of maintenance that needs to be done, and when this axle goes back in, it is going to look marvelous. Let me show you the parts I got. All right, what do you think? I laid them all out nice, tried to make them look good for you. Look at how rusty these are. That's all right, because I know a sandblaster. We can clean these up. It's not a big deal. But here's what I got at the present time for parts. I've slowly been gathering them. After that big wreck 10 years ago, I went out and I bought this. This is a kit that comes from Synergy. These I've had around for a long time. I'm glad I haven't lost them, but they're not expensive. These are only like $100, I think. They're just right around there. But one's a right, one's a left. They kind of angle differently. And these go right on the axle, as you can see. I'll show you here. Right on the axle. Boom, look at that. They fit. You just take this off, and then this guy right here goes right on that axle, solid as can be, and then you just weld some beads. So that goes right on that other side. That's nice. Those will be nice to put on there. Have a lot of peace of mind when I get those on there. So I'll clean them up with a little sandblast. Of course, we're gonna blast the whole axle and clean it up. Now, remember I told you about that axle sleeve? This is the axle sleeve. I had this in one of my videos, and I said, if anybody can tell me what this is right here, I'll give you a free t-shirt. And some dude out of Texas, man, figures the Texas boy, he knew it. He knew exactly what this was, and he commented, axle sleeve. Did I send him a shirt? Yes, I did. I think his name was Armando or something. I can't remember, I'd have to look. But he got a free t-shirt for that. Anyways, this goes in here. Okay, so there's 2 of these that come with the set from Synergy. One of them goes in this axle here. It goes all the way in, and then you're supposed to drill holes in the axle. Like here, just random holes. It tells you on their website exactly how to do all this. And then you just rosette them. You just start filling those holes with weld, and it welds right into this axle sleeve, and then your axles fit right down the center of there. And it just makes this tube, because these tubes stock, like this thing is so thin, it would blow your mind if you knew how thin this is. So after a long time, this thing will start to smile. I actually had to take a bottle jack, put it right here, down to here, with the chain going across like this, and then jack the bottle jack to get this axle to go perfectly straight, to be able to slide in that long sleeve. That other sleeve goes from here all the way into here. So that was tough to get in there, but we got it in. Once I took that bottle jack off, it went so tight that sleeve didn't move. And of course, in, you know, true Tim fashion, I didn't fix it the right way, so I just left the thing how it was. But at least I got that sleeve in there. Now, I did some work on here, and I had the guy that did the gearing, I had to bring it to him, and when I did, I took this out, and I never put the doggone thing back in. Ay, ay, ay. I am the king of not finishing things. If it works, I just don't mess with it. That's one thing, I swear, you could spend so much money fixing things. So that's got to go back in there. So we're going to pull all this apart. We're going to pull the axles. We're going to take the axle completely out of the car, get all the steering stuff off. This is all stuff that me and my buddy built. I know this ain't correct either, so we're going to have to do something here. We got a lot of flex on this, as you can see right there. This needs to be addressed. This isn't the proper piece. We may need to buy a new drag link. I think that's what they call this. A new drag link. There's another 400 bucks. And maybe a new pitman arm. But we'll see what we can do. We got a lot of work to do to this Jeep. Oh yeah, and then these bushings here. So this one you just drive out because it's part of the actual third member casting. So you drive that out. You like, it tells you on their website, Synergies tells you exactly how to do it. You like take your little air hammer and bend it up and then drive it out, drive the new one in. Now this side over here, what we do is we cut this. We cut this off, I believe, right here across the top. Can you guys see? Cut this across the top right here, and then you cut that off, which we're cutting this whole thing off anyways. I need some advice on that one, so hang on, don't leave yet. If you guys know about Jeeps, don't leave, because I need your advice on this. But we cut this off, and then we drop that new piece, drops down inside of there, and then you weld it across the top right on here. Let me show you what piece I'm talking about. This piece here is the piece I'm talking about. It drops down inside that thing and sits on the axle. And then you throw a little weld bead on it, and you put this new little bushing in there. And I think this is the little brace that you put on there also, like that. So let's see how that goes. Let's take a look. Yeah, see that? See that? That drops right down in there. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. That drops right down in there, and that'll fit nicely with that new bushing, and that'll let that not move around, because that's got to be a lot of play on this front end. These front ends are just prone for death wobble. I had death wobble insane on this thing, and that's why I did all this work under here with a buddy of mine. We did all the steering stuff, we made all this, I bent all this, welded all this together myself. So, and it's worked for a long time. Just for all you Jeep guys, what do you think? Okay, we got this, there's no play in here whatsoever, but I think, and I know they aren't level right now. They are when you put a little pressure on it. But these are supposed to be perfectly level, and they're not. And I'll tell you why. Because I think the radius on this is too short. If this thing was longer and came out to here, which Synergy makes this bracket that mounts right here, which I'm going to get, and which would bring this track bar out a little further, so that when this goes up and down, see when this goes down, see if you went all the way down and this thing was straight down, this axle would be over this way. So that's a problem in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think I should cut this off or if I should just, you know, I don't know. I think I should cut it off. So you Jeep guys, give me some pointers and ideas. I'm not a big fabricator, but I will do stuff. I just want it to work. I'm not looking for a, you know, trophy truck. This is a Jeep. I drive slow. I drive on trails. I do a little bit of rock crawling. But I do want the steering to be right. And every time you hit the brakes, it kind of, the axle kind of moves. And I think it's because this is such a small radius. So that is going to be our new series. Get the old beast back on the road. We got a lot of stuff to do, so I hope you guys stick around for the next part of it. I want to make these videos a little shorter. A lot of people have been saying, hey Tim, I don't like a 30-minute video. I do. I love 30-minute videos because I could barely get my Del Taco burrito laid out with my soda and everything and eating it before the video's over. So I like 30-minute videos, but a lot of people don't. So I'm going to chop these up into smaller videos. So hopefully I'll have more coming quicker because they're smaller videos. And it's just hard to work on things and try to show you guys every little step. So I'm just going to do it and then I'll talk to you guys about it. Hope you don't mind. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love your guys' opinions. I love a lot of criticism. I really appreciate that. Criticism is the best thing ever. So stick around for the next video in the series and we'll see you in the shop. Uh-oh, that's not good.